It's the Yankees against the Angels. In the final game of a 4-game set, 2 walk-off wins for the Yankees in the first 3 games. So that's the main story. But a big sidebar is the heavyweight fight between Mike Trout and Aaron Judge. 2 of the best players of this generation are showing why.
Left-hander and an LA native, Max Fried.
Yeah, averaging 7 innings per start, so he's been very efficient, been very dominant.
You remember Mike Trout, get a kind of pitch around him as hot as he is here in Yankee Stadium.
Judge goes toward the line. He's there to make the play.
That's a sigh of relief.
And the Angels have their first base runner ahead of the former Yankee, Oswald Peraza, who bats in the cleanup spot today. Peraza's crushed left-handed pitching so far this year, batting over 300. And he drives this one out to left. This is way back, and that's long gone. Oswald Peraza continues his hot hitting against his former team, and in the cleanup spot has a 2-run homer in New York.
And first home run that Fried has allowed. Yeah, I guess he does hit left-handers pretty good.
He certainly has. 3 of his 4 homers now have come against lefties. Can you imagine being a Yankee fan and running Oswald Peraza out of town? How about a bullpen game and Brent Suter, who's really eaten up a lot of innings. Judge whacked a home run in the first inning yesterday. He's at 3 now in this series, trying to match Trout's 4.
Drilled to left field. Going back low. He's on the track. Looking up. See ya. Another home run for Judge. His 89th first inning home run in his career, and it's 2-1 Angels.
Boy, when Aaron Judge gets hot, he's fun to watch.
That 4-seam fastball, 89, a little harder inside part of the plate. And he was on it. 4th home run for Judge, 4 home runs for Trout.
8th homer overall for Judge, ties him with the Cardinals' Jordan Walker for the Major League lead.
I told you there's a bullpen game for the Angels. This will definitely be the final inning for Suter. There's a line drive to left field, falls in front of Lowe, so a base hit for Caballero. He's starting to heat up a little bit.
Well, you got good speed on the base, and Jazz not afraid to get motion off second base.
Not in time. Double steal. 8th stolen base for Chisholm, 7th for Caballero.
2 runners that just swiped backs, Chisholm and Caballero. Now they're in scoring position for Escara.
Got him looking as the Yankees get no runs on 1 hit, no errors, strand 2.
Well, this is much more the way you want to face Mike Trout. 2 outs, nobody on. If they get behind, you don't give in.
Just his second AB against Max Fried.
Came into the day 4th in the American League in walks. Gets another one here with 2 outs in this 3rd inning, and Joe Adell will get a chance to bat. Here's a little chopper hit right to second. That one is stopped by Chisholm, and he will throw out Adell, and that is how the inning will end.
Nick Sandlin next up. Sandlin, former Guardian and former Blue Jay, did well with Cleveland.
And a walk to Bellinger.
Not really many soft spots in this Yankee lineup, and even the soft spots haven't been that soft in this series.
Here's Stanton. High fly ball deep center. Teodosio back on the track at the wall. See ya! Into Monument Park. A 2-run shot for Stanton. And the Yankees lead 3-2.
Stanley, he doesn't throw hard, but you can't try and hit the outside of the plate. Not with Stanton, not with Judge. Their arms are too long. They're too big. If he gets it anywhere near that, it's going to be, fodder for a home run.
It's the 61st game where Judge and Stanton had homered in the same game. The previous 60 games, Yankees are 53-7. Fried is pitching well, but he doesn't have his great stuff. He's kind of grinding this one.
Yeah, this is one of those games where, it just shows you what a good pitcher he is, and a veteran, to be able to get outs even when he's still searching for pitches that he can throw for good strikes.
Quick, clean inning for Fried. He got a couple groundouts and a strikeout. The Angels go down 1-2-3. And now Aldegari has to work with 2 outs and 2 on, and it's going to get tougher at the top of the batting order. Grisham, the next batter.
Fly to right by Grisham. It's deep, and Adell leaps, makes the catch right in front of the wall.
Now, why would he do that today?
I don't know that it was going to go, but it was hit really deep out there. Adell planned to jump perfectly out there in right field. The inning is over.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Aaron Judge. 4th home run of this series was another first inning home run. Fly to right, shallow. Shotwell made the catch.
How did he catch that ball? That's a Shonawell play. I have no idea how Shonawell was able to make that play, how far he went.
It's an incredibly good catch by any first baseman.
Isn't you Willie Mays in that conversation, Eric? That was a Willie Mays play.
Boy, you can't believe how, you hear about Max Fried when he was down in Atlanta, but watching him pitch time and time again just how good he is.
So Trout works the walk. Yankees being very careful with him. So Fried, who usually has unerring control, has walked him twice.
Adell has homered in this series. He's had 3 career home runs at Yankee Stadium.
Grounded shortly. Nice play by Rosario. Fires to second, and the ball gets away from Chisholm. And backing up is Judge. Rosario saved a double, but couldn't get off a good throw to second to get the force on Trout.
Keeping it in the infield, you're right, Michael. A double and possibly a run with Mike Trout's speed, but he definitely had him with a good throw. His ball was over 105 miles an hour off the bat, so not a lot of time. Just an errant throw.
First and second, 1 man out. And now here is Oswald Peraza, 4 for 8 in this series with a couple home runs.
Line to right, base hit. That will tie the game at least. Judge goes to get it all the way to the wall. Trout scores. Here comes Adell to third, getting the stop sign. Peraza strikes again. RBI double ties the game.
Oh, what a swing. As much as you love that home run, this swing right here for me is perfect. It's a high fastball, sinker upstairs, didn't try to pull it, lines it to right field. Another well-hit baseball by Peraza.
So Fried is done. Runners on second and third, his responsibility. Fernando Cruz will come on to face Grissom. Yankees bring the infield in. Hit shortly and off the glove of a diving Rosario, and it goes into left field. Adell scores. Peraza moves to third. It's an RBI single for Grissom, and it's 4-3 LA.
The Halos have battled back to take the lead. What a series this has been, Wayne. This is unreal. Nice job. Big hit.
Well, the Angels have, in the big picture, the Angels have got to be very encouraged by what they have accomplished on this road trip and so far this season, but especially this series against the Yankees in New York. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bags full. And low with a broken bat, pop-up, shallow center, it's dropping, it's a base hit, 2-run score. Peraza and Grissom, Josh Lowe wins the battle, and the Angels take a 6-3 lead.
He got a splitter down, he just was able to fight that off. That's how strong he is. A big swing for Josh Lowe.
Angels now up 6-3.
Got to kind of shake your head and say, hopefully our offense can get us back in this.
Ben Rice hits one deep to right center, and that ball is gone into the Yankee bullpen. One pitch, he redirected it. A home run for Rice, his 5th of the year, and the Yankees now trail by 2.
Well, if you like offense, you're going to like this series, huh, Michael? You're right. It's like rock'em sock'em roadblocks. It's back and forth. And Ben Rice, off his bat, you had a question, did he get enough? Well, when it hits in the bullpen, yeah, you got enough.
Yankees like to see Rice do damage against lefties. So
4-4 now in the series between home runs by Judge and by Trout.
You saw the other day they had the Hearns and Hagler fight. They were re-showing that one not long ago. As far as the anniversary of that, it's a heavyweight battle. These 2 guys are going at it.
There's a rocket. Mike Trout blasts off for the Bronx one more time.
Oh, look how far that went. 446 feet. Trout. Judge is looking out there. Is this possible? Oh, man. Trout.
Mike Trout has joined Aaron Judge as the only players in the history of this ballpark, which began in 2009, to homer in 5 straight games. Judge did it in 2024. Trout, with all 4 games in this series plus 1 last season, has now homered in 5 straight games in this ballpark.
It looked like Mike Trout having fun again playing baseball, being healthy to this point.
I mean, we're seeing vintage Trout in this 4-game set. So first and second, 2 outs, and here is Mike Trout.
This is not a good situation. You got men on base where, what do you do?
Yarborough throws to first base.
That's it.
You're going to call a balk?
Yes. It's one thing you can't argue a balk call, though. Now it's an open base. Maybe they did that on purpose to create an open base for Trout.
Perhaps an intentional balk into an intentional walk.
Another tough hitter in Joe Adell.
Fly ball right field. This could be trouble. Judge is back. Out to the wall. It's a grand slam. Joe Adell busts it open to the opposite field, and the short porch. 4 more for the Angels.
Oh, what a swing. Joe Adell the other way. A high sinker. Grand slam.
Between innings, Aaron Boone got thrown out by the home plate umpire, Will Little. He wanted an explanation on why that was a balk. And to be brutally honest, Paul, we mentioned that Tino and Andy always ran that play and Rice was moving toward the bag, so he's just looking for a reason why that was a ball.
Yeah, I got to agree with it because it's not like he was standing still. He had started momentum towards the base before Yarbrough even, lifted his legs.
Angels have won 6 of their last 9 in this ballpark. They'll make it 7 of 10 if they get the final out here. Escara is the batter. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Say goodnight to the Yankees and say hello to one of the greatest visiting performances in the history of this borough. Mike Trout's 5 home runs propel the Angels. He hits one today in an 11-4 win against New York.
About as historic as you could be in this ballpark.